Man, this stuff is so ridiculous. Like in the Western regions, like Canada, North America, man, like let me tell you this. A lot of Generation Z people, like they do commit gluttony. Like, Generation Z is the only generation that commits gluttony. Whereas like gluttony in drugs, gluttony and like overeating, over drinking, like you don't really see a lot of Generation Z people like, play sports or something like that, man. You hardly ever see it. Like, because like gluttony has to do with like over smoking, over drinking, overeating. And then you see why a lot of Generation Z people have a lot of health problems in Canada and North America, man. How often do you see a Generation Z person that's like healthy, like physically healthy? You don't really see it a lot, man. Like, for example, let's say you saw a Generation Z person eat a whole rotisserie chicken. If they can eat a whole rotisserie chicken the same way someone could put down a bag of Skittles that they get at a corner store, that's very concerning. And you know why a lot of Generation Z people be overweight in Canada and in North America, man. The only reason why you see a lot of Generation Z people that do, commit gluttony and they don't appear to be overweight is because of the drugs that they take. The drugs that they take to keep them slim while they commit gluttony is the reason why we see these Gen Z people in Canada, North America be so thin, but they're not healthy. They're not healthy slim at all. Like, they're not healthy slim at all because they're consuming drugs while they're also consuming gluttony. When they like overeat things, man. Like, for example, I could tell you this. Like, if you could, the whole thing about food is supposed to be fuel for your body. Food is supposed to be like medicine. Food is literally supposed to be like medicine. So like you only eat food to like heal your body, to put energy inside your body. You don't eat food and drink any drinks to like, put yourself to feel sluggish and, put yourself to sleep and everything, man. Like, that's not what food was meant for. And a lot of Generation Z people in the West, like Canada and North America, they don't comprehend that. That's why you see a lot of Generation Z people from the Caucasian Europeans and these melanated looking Generation Z people, they commit gluttony the most. Like the Caucasian Gen Z people and the melanated Gen Z people, they commit gluttony the most, man. Like, this stuff is ridiculous, man. Like, and another thing, the reason why a lot of Gen Z people commit gluttony is because they be on their phone screens 24/7. They be on their phone screens at a corporate place, because corporate place deals with a lot of computers. There's computers at every organization, corporation place on this planet. So there's a lot of computers there. There's a lot of phones there. A lot of Generation Z people, they be on their phone screens a whole lot, like looking at a lot of soulless vibrational, low vibrational, things on the internet. And also these Generation Z people, they'll see colors that will trick them into thinking that they're hungry or thirsty, right? So if you see the color yellow, why do you think McDonald's, why do you think Wendy's, why do you think all these fast food places, they have bright colors in their logo to trick an individual into thinking they're hungry, right? So if you see a color that resembles McDonald's, it could trick their brain into thinking that they're hungry when they're really not. Now, the only time you ever eat is when your body tells you that you need to eat. Like, your whole body, like, it'll send you signals to let you know when it's time to eat and drink, right? So, like, the only time we should ever eat and drink is if we got done after playing sports, doing a particular workout for like an hour or so. Or like, when our body tells us, like, it's time to, like, fill our avatar up, fill our body up, man. And a lot of Generation Z people, they don't really comprehend this in the West. The Generation Z people in the West, like Canada, North America, man, like, You know, they commit gluttony all the time, man. You know, they eat like the Deros. The Deros is spelled Deros. The Deros are these pig-looking life forms that are overweight. The Deros, they always overeat. They overdrink. Why you think the Deros were so fat? Why you think the Deros were so overweight, man? You know, they got pictures out there showing all these different spiritualities, explaining what gluttony is, right? They show the pig. They show the pig that committed gluttony. So, like, when you see a lot of Generation Z people in the West, they commit gluttony more than what they think, man. I'm trying to tell you this. So it's like it do be sad to see, man, like, because, like, you know, they're very unaware of what they be doing, because, like, you know, they are placed under MK Ultra control by these phone screens that's like produce a lot of toxic media that gets them drawn in to the point like they don't really play sports like that. You know, they don't even play sports for like at least 30 minutes. Just to, like, you know, have like, you know, warm blood flowing through their body, man. So it's like Generation Z is cooked. Generation Z is cooked in the West. Now these Generation Z people in the East, they're not cooked. They're not cooked at all, man. Generation Z people in North America, Canada, they are fucking fried. They're cooked. Like, you know, there's no saving them, man. I just know this as a person from Generation Z who plays sports, who don't really commit gluttony. I be sober as fuck. Let me tell you this, as a Generation Z person who is currently in North America, man, I want out the West. I want out the West. For the people that's out in the East, like Africa, Asia, like, get at me. Get at me, man. I want out of North America. I want out of the West, man. I don't want anything to do with these Generation Z people in the West. I don't want to have anything to do with these Generation Z gluttony people in the West, man. Because all Generation Z people in the West do, and Canada and North America, man, bro, it's gluttony everywhere I go. It's gluttony everywhere I go. It's a lot of drug addicts and gluttony Generation Z people everywhere I go, man. They always glued to their phones, even when they're driving, man. It's like, bro, get me the fuck out of the West, man. Get me the fuck out of North America. Like, the West is trash. Now you see why individuals in the East hate these damn people in the damn West. Because of these damn whack ass Generation Z people in the West, man. We could blame governments all day, reptilians, energy vampires, man. So be it, man. I just want out the West. I'm a Generation Z person in North America telling you this, that I want out the West. I want out the West, man. I don't want anything to do with these Gen Z people in the West. North America's trash. Canada is trash. Like those places just need to be those places, man, North America and Canada, with all these Generation Z people, man, it makes you wish that place was just sunken underwater and never to be seen again. That's how bad it is, man. Like with Generation Z people, man, this is the reason why I have to be by myself. This is why I have to be by myself, yo. Because, like, me being in the West, me being in North America, man, me not being like these trashy Generation Z people who be glued to their phones and, like, you know, so drawn to all this toxic shit on the internet to the point where they don't even fucking play sports, bro. So it's like, you know, get me the fuck out the West. The West is so fucking lame. Like, the West is so fucking lame, man. North America, Canada, the worst fucking Western regions out here. Mexico is a little bit more bearable. It's more doable. I mean, shit, rather be in Mexico than the fucking Canada and North America, man. It's too much gluttony with Gen Z in the West. Just, man, This is ridiculous, dog. This is ridiculous, man. Like, it sucks I had to be a part of Gen Z, man, but I'm not like these Gen Z people in the West. I'm not like them. I'm not like them. I'm not like the Gen Z people in Canada, North America, man. I wouldn't even put myself with them. I would just put myself I would put it as a generation that's invisible. Like, the fuck, like, because a person like me is pretty much invisible to these Gen Z people in North America, especially my own Gen Z relatives, man. Because, goddamn, bro, you look at Gen Z people in North America, man, bro, they be looking like they're 60. They be looking like they're 60 in the face. Like, we got Gen Z people that's like the age of 23, looking like they're 60 in the damn face, looking like they're 60 in the damn body. But look, man, I'm just done with the West, man. I'm done with these Gen Z people in the Western countries, man. These Gen Z people in the Western regions, man, they make me wish to just leave the West. I'd rather just leave the West, man. They're like a bunch of cavemen and cave women, bro. Like, it's like the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, man. When you look at Gen Z people, especially the melanated Gen Z people in the West, in North America and Canada, man, they're just like the cavemen and the cave women that you read in these books. Because cavemen and cave women, the cave people, they commit gluttony, man. The cave people commit gluttony, bro. They not like these damn sun people, bro. They not like these cave people. It's not like these cave people is not like the sun people, sis. Like, these cave people, man, they started this whole gluttony sin that you hear about for so damn long, man. You heard it in Greece. You heard it in Serbia. You heard it in Nigeria. You heard this gluttony sin everywhere, man. And that stuff is real. That stuff is real when you see it with Gen Z people in the West. Because North America and Canada has the most people that commit the most gluttony, man. The shit's ridiculous, dog. Like, look, I'll tell you all something, man. Like me, man. I'm from Gen Z, man. Like, I'm 29, man. I'm gonna be 30, man. I'm gonna be 30 in 2025, yo. So, and me, I weigh in 126 through 135, and I'm 29 going on 30, man. So I'm like one of the few Gen Z people that actually keeps themselves up together and don't commit gluttony, man. I'm telling you.